What's up, YouTube? So welcome back. Today we're just going to talk about, I guess, a trade recap, mindset-wise. Something I did because to follow up from yesterday's video, we talked about the market, and now I'm no perma bull at all. You know, again, I have a directional bias, or I have an income bias, not a directional bias. So yeah, yesterday I thought the markets would be green today. We kind of like Thursday was just dead sideways, and I thought, man, we can back up a little bit. Let's go to. All right, so here was yesterday. We're inside here. I know we got data coming out. I think that's gonna be the perfect excuse to send it to 2 standard deviations. You know, the two sides of the coin are we're reining it back in, or we're going up to the 2 spot. And I said we're gonna probably make a mad dash to 1. We kind of just grind our whole way down. Like we had like the mad dash, and then we just had to grind the rest of the way. But so that being said, I always give the heads and tails, but kind of where am I going? And I was long. Like I'm long Tesla. I gotta say that's red. That's breaking my rules right now. Typically I would have stopped out by now. But somebody asked today, like, and just to give you a piece of how today broke down and why today still ended up green, despite being red in particular. Stupid ticker, even though a semi came out. Anyway, let's break it down real quick. So what you saw actually was this trade, and somebody asked, and I brought it up here in the chat. Wow. All right, so hopefully I'm not shouting out everybody. All right, so what's the play after missing the move down? Right, it's a trend play. So I even posted this little box right here, and I posted that up and charted it. But here's my actual entry. Stop loss was just above. Come on. So my point now is let's just play the trend. I'm in the futures contracts. Let's go short, which my entry is down here. Stop loss, above that wick, and just kind of keep it like that. So that's why you see, like, in that picture, the entries here, it's actually there. And it worked out perfectly. Now, this one, we just trend down. The reason I tagged out here is I actually had to jump into the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, and I jumped out as soon as that changed. We're getting close to the end of the day. We're at power hour. So I just started trailing on the 5-minute. So when this green candle actually popped up, that's what tagged me out. But it was a great one to just sit back and enjoy the show. I gotta admit, so I did just have surgery and spent half the day napping. Like, the doctor told me to get rest, and yeah, that was a cool idea and all, and I tried not to, but my body was like, nah, we're shutting this thing down, which, not to give any excuses, is why I'm still in Tesla, because by the time I woke up, I was like, man, I don't want to sell at the bottom, so I am taking on a little bit more risk there. But another play I did grab, this is LABD, which we did talk about. I told you guys I want to get into this, if it does turn. We talked about XBI. So this is the inverse ETF for it. So I said if that breaks down, that's where I'm going to look to get into this. It's actually one I was thinking about swinging over the weekend. It did break down, and it was actually right here. So I do have to shout out my chat one more time. Give me 1 second. Where was it at? Because, man, without this, I probably wouldn't have. Here we go. Shout out to James. Missed LABD. Grabbed some on this pullback right here. That's exactly it. Yes, of course. Like we broke down for the day, right? So I told you guys yesterday I was bullish as long as that zone held. This zone that didn't hold. And hang on. And if you want to know how easy this day is to be set up, guys, let's go back to the beginning. Where was a volleyball day? Yeah, so I did say I thought the markets would be stupid. Again, I'm not a permanent bull, and I'm not blind to the situation that we're actually in. But I was looking for my oh, here we go. It'd be a good time. This would be a good pump to sell them on, because we had the green candle before. That makes me think this is set up for the spike, volleyball style. We've seen this time and time again. Like right here before, right before this move down, we see a green candle just coming in. Like, this is comical. Like, this happens a lot right before Dad is about to be released. I used to do this a lot, like when I was in LPP, and like there'd be these oil reports, natural gas reports, and you'd watch it just surge one way, and I'd just take the other direction, and you would just look like some prophet in the chat because you're like, oh, this is a cakewalk. Like like sometimes it would just continue, but like I gotta say, most of the time it would just turn ship and head right the other direction. I did not take that play then and there. I was just talking about this is going to actually, this looks like a setup. We were talking about selling call options and futures options. Not something I'm doing yet. But anyway, that's to set the day up. We got the volleyball spike. Sent it down. Zone broke. We broke the blue line. Now I'm no longer bullish. We're just looking for bearish plays. But we missed the big move down. Sure, we don't want to get in short right here. Look at my entry. Same price. But we'd already pulled back and started to continue again. Would I want to get in short right here? No. After seeing this movement, then breakdown? Yeah, because what are we seeing right here? That could be a bounce. That could be setting everybody for a fake out. And I know you've probably traded that. You probably did go short here and it was the bottom and it did just reverse. But once we got that, like now we're talking. We're already back at these levels. Dead cat bounce, best case scenario. Then yeah, that's an okay time to go short. Put your stop above there. Roll the dice. I hate to say the gambling stuff, but same thing here, right? We pushed up. This is right around 10 o'clock when I got in. So yeah, right inside here. We just pulled back. Again, that is going to be the resistance to break. Like, we're either having a check mark day and we're rocking and rolling, or there's your ceiling. And look how this plays out in LABD. Now, I got in at 22.06. So, right here, 21.85 is my stop. I like the 85-cent mark. It's right below these lows. We've already bounced here. We've seen the buyers. Here they are. If I stop out, that means the story changed. I was wrong. But I'm playing the fact that, hey, here's the deal. I think we're holding this. Looks like someone else is buying this with me. And as long as we're here, I'm good. When they're not there, I'm not there. I like to be at a party with a bunch of people, not be the only one there. That's how you get just caught holding everyone else's bag. So today was actually a very simple day to trade. It's a great example for days like this of just play the trend. Like, I had a bullish bias. That didn't pan out. What's the next best thing? There wasn't really a zone play. Like, there wasn't anything crazy we could just attack. You know, I like to get in here and go stop above here and you can really load up. So yeah, my position size is quite a bit lighter when I take these plays, but it still beats just not doing anything. Every one of these trades I just showed you was not emotional. All right, like not to say I was half asleep, but also it just wasn't. I don't want to say it wasn't that hard. I don't want to like lead anybody on. Just trend plays. Relax. Go with the flow. The flow is clearly down at this point. Let's just roll with it. Now, the only thing I'm swinging over the weekend is LABD, and I am still in Tesla. So let's just talk about that stupid ticker. What a piece of... Anyway, right here, I swear I'm thinking like, all right, this is going to be good. I'm either going to be back to good on Tesla or, you know, LABD is going to... Those profits are going to match that. Which is, you know, this is where I fell asleep, and then right after I got LABD, and then like right in here, I'm like, I don't want to. It's the reason I'm holding it over the weekend. I just didn't feel, I felt like that would be selling at the bottom. Although, would it surprise me at all to see this at the next zone down? Absolutely not. This looks like a bear flag. Like a drop base we awkwardly held here at the middle. Some stupid number. I fully expect us to actually hit that bottom level. Looks like someone's calling this a support. Not a level I'm too entirely worried about. If that happens to turn, then that would just be pure luck on my point. What I'll do with this position now, I don't like doing this. So I'm outside my normal risk. And if you're a person that struggles with bag holding, you shouldn't listen to this next part. But I'll try to buy my way out of this position. Just like you guys, I don't like taking L's. They're annoying. Who likes losing money? Like, no one. So don't kid yourself. We take them, it's part of the game, and we move on, but we do everything we can to just circumnavigate that, like we try not to, which is why a lot of you guys will bag hold things. So I'll try to flood it in, I'll bring my average down, and sell it on an uptick. Why I do that just psychologically because I don't like taking an L. I would rather sell it for a few bucks green than not. But... Also, I've done that a number of times where it bounced, and that actually was the bottom. And I'm in quite a bit bigger position than normal, but my stops, once I do that, by the way, stop goes in the green quick, because when I do this, I'm already down, I'm past my normal risk. And when I do this, I'm risking a few extra dollars I did not want to risk in the first place. And those few extra dollars, I'll risk more here than I did this trade down. Like that, it adds up quick. You have to ninja snipe this, or you have to be right, or you have to be ready to get out. Because that's how that's going to pan out. I'm going to lose quite a bit more, or it bounces, and I'll be in quite a bit more, and it'll actually end up being a decent trade if we were just bounce head to all-time highs. We won't. But I have had a few times where that did happen, so maybe that's just bad, on my part. But all I do is talk about what I do. So as a brand new trader, I don't think you should do that, because what you'll end up doing is you'll think, okay, I got this. Crack your knuckles thinking you're going to play market maker. You're in 10 shares. You're going to go buy 10,000. And it's not going to be the bottom. No, in fact, the only thing you did was just give your account away to somebody else. So don't do that. Don't buy your way out of things. It honestly just set the stop loss like I should have in the first place and move on. My day while it was green is carrying a Tesla bag right now. Just think how much more it would, like right now you could say, oh, I had a green day because LABD and my short the S&P made up for this L. Had I just cut this, it wouldn't have been a little green. It would have been a much bigger green. A much better day. So maybe don't fall into that trap. Anyway, I'll wrap it up here. Just want to do a mindset video of what to do when you miss the big move. Things are always moving. If things aren't moving, then don't play. But as long as things are moving, just take the play. It's not like things only move once a day. We can't forget that. There's constantly something going on. Those data releases, all that, that's just excuses to move. And we got plenty of them throughout the day. So anyway, maybe I'm going to go take a nap right now, as a matter of fact. But I will be back, probably feeling a million times better on Sunday. Sunday, we'll do 1 hour after futures open. We're going to talk about this next week, see what it brings us. I have a mixed bag. I am in a bear ETF and a Tesla, so it's likely one of those is going to be up, one of those is going to be down even further, and then we're going to have to manage that. So it's kind of a crappy play to be in over the weekend. But I'll wrap it up here, and we'll see you guys Sunday. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys do want to check out that chat, by the way, that I just showed you, that is my private chat where I am in, all day. That's the Patreon link. So if you click the Patreon link, I don't post to Patreon. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but you get access to my Discord. That's where I post the links. So I go live every day. That's the chat. So the Patreon's your access to that. But also if you do buy like the trading suite that I have on Teachable, that's also access there. So if you do go the Teachable route, make sure you check your email, because I will reach out to you, because that's how you'll get invited to that chat. Anyway, I'll wrap it up here. I'll see you guys in the next video.